Welcome back, everyone. The Cincinnati Fire Department is celebrating its 166th birthday. It's hard to believe, right? So that department formed April 1st, 1853, and that made it the very first American fire department made up of 100% full-time employees. So I'm joined now by Cincinnati firefighter Brian Doering, who also works at the Cincinnati Fire Museum. Thanks so much for coming in.
Sure.
I have been getting such a great history lesson from you. Explain this. How in the world did Cincinnati end up with the first professional fire department?
Yeah, so everybody else up until that point had like fire companies, mostly volunteer. Nobody was really paid in like that professional aspect that we are now.
And these are for-profit companies.
Yeah, and essentially it was almost driven by insurance companies because they could cover the buildings and the contents, and then if the fire companies all showed up to put them out, there was a very strong rivalry between us. We destroyed a lot of equipment. We got into a lot of fist fights. And then eventually it was decided this is probably not the most efficient way of doing it.
I think a lot of houses probably burned down in the process.
We lost some things in the process.
Yes.
And then we decided on April 1st, 1853, that 444 of us were going to be the full-time paid professional department. Kind of coined the term firefighter at that point as actually being a position on the fire department.
Really? So that was coined here in Cincinnati as well?
Right. So, and then we had the first steam apparatus for the same department, so that became a standard, and we've written a history of a lot of the firsts, both through the fire and the medical aspect throughout history.
And I really think that a lot of people overlook the fact that we have a really fantastic fire museum downtown, which we're seeing video of right now.
Yeah.
Why should people go visit?
Oh, it is a great building. First of all, it's an old firehouse, so you can't get any better than being in the actual firehouse that's downtown. It sits back on Court Street right behind City Hall, so it's a perfect location. And when you walk in, you get to start from where we had buckets and nothing, all the way through the volunteer aspect, all the way through the day that we actually said we're going to be professionals. You get to see an actual steam apparatus, horse-drawn, fake horses, of course. And then the house is set up to kind of lead you into the modern era.
And in a few seconds, tell me, what is it you're doing to celebrate today, this anniversary?
I was at the Fire Museum today. I was taking through a group of fire recruits from a neighboring jurisdiction who are just in their first day of fire school. So it was,
that's awesome.
You have to embrace the history if you want to be part of the future. So, and we've been fortunate, our director, Allie, has kind of gone full throttle with all the fundraising efforts and really bringing in new stuff, so it's been great.
Well, Cincinnati Fire Department, one of the greatest out there, and of course, it's #1.
First in the nation.
First in the nation. Brian Doering, thanks so much for coming in. We truly appreciate it.
Absolutely.